Poppy. She is a barrel racing horse. Ooh, good girl. Just getting started with her, so we're going to give her a full body tune up here. She's been working pretty hard, so the owner wants to get her squared away. Good girl. All right. I've worked on her a few times before. This is probably her fourth or fifth adjustment, I would guess. Girl. So, gonna get her checked out, give her a full body evaluation, and then adjust whatever's needed. It was her breakfast time, so she wasn't too excited to get taken out of her stall this morning, but she usually does really well. Lets me adjust her very nicely. Oh, girl. Hey. As I say that, she wants to walk away. Hope everyone's having a nice morning. It's a little chilly out here today. She's gonna be a little squirrely today. I might have to tie her up and move the camera a little bit, but we'll see how she does. Let's see. Hey, oh. Let's go back. Come on. There we go. Maybe I'll just start up front on her today and see if she'll calm down, and then we'll do the back end afterwards. So I'm going to see if she'll flex over to her shoulder and touch my hand. Ooh, perfect. Couple little releases right there. That's a really nice pressure point that you can use to get your horses nice and loose, keep them nice and flexible, especially if you have performance horses and you want to make sure that they have proper range of motion before you compete on them. You can just get to these little pressure points here. Ooh, nice little release there too. Good girl. And you can see how easily she rotates around and touches. And I had releases on both sides, so I'm gonna do that again. There we go. So when I do that pressure point, if I get any audible releases in the neck, which means pops, then I just go back and forth one more time. There we go, until I don't get any. And if I do that the second time and I get more releases, then I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to keep on going until I don't hear any more releases and she's easily getting around to both shoulders and touching my hand. It's just a really nice way to stretch your horses and keep them loose without having to manually stretch them and force them around and put a lot of strain on your own body. So highly recommend these pressure points. I got my camera propped up weird here, so I'm gonna have to come over here and check my messages. Let's see. Oh, good morning, gorgeous. I'm not excited to be taken away from my food either. Let's see. Have you contacted Rockstar Games? I don't know. That's not something I've ever considered from a business aspect. So, hey, maybe I'll give it a shot. You never know. So again, pressure point, just get right behind that humeral head, boom, comes around and touches. Some horses aren't as sensitive to this one as others. So on older horses, particularly ranch horses and rope horses that aren't as sensitive as some of these other horses, let's say barrel racers, they can be a little bit more sensitive, and pleasure horses the same. Some of those horses you have to get in there and pinch, but you can see how sensitive she is. You just have to get over there and get into the right spot. This stretch I show you in my equine stretching course. It's on my website. So if you do have horses and want to learn this one and a lot of the other stretches that I do, check that out. It's links in the description, but it's also just sporthorsechiropractic.com. Also coming out with a stretching manual. So if you want something hard copy to be using as a resource while you're stretching your horses, keep an eye out for that as well. I'll be selling that with the stretching course on my website, but you'll also be able to purchase that separately. Oh, girl. Let's see, move her over here. There we go. There we go. But a lot of people are buying all these gadgets and they're having their horses magna-waved and beamered and all this stuff. I think the vast majority of the issues that those things help with can easily be resolved just with stretching. I mean, we don't even think about stretching our horses, even though they're performance athletes. But you can do your horse a lot of good just by spending 10, 15 minutes stretching them out. Stretching removes lactic acid, which causes a lot of muscles to be sore. And a lot of the modalities people are using to help sore muscles removes lactic acid. So you can save yourself a pretty penny in the long run by just getting your horse on a regular stretching routine. You'll be amazed at how good they feel. Oh, you can see she's a little sensitive up here at her pole on the left side. I'm gonna check out the right side and see how that one feels. Oh, good girl. There we go. And you know, a lot of people wonder, like, why do you adjust horses, or why do horses need to be adjusted, or do horses really need to be adjusted, that type of thing. Oh. Oh. Got it? Well, part of the reason is because they're performance athletes, right? I mean, our professional athletes, most of them now have chiropractors on staff. It's part of their rehab team and also their injury prevention programs. And second reason is, you know, as a chiropractor, I have my hands all over these horses in, you know, in ways that a normal person, like a rider owner, isn't gonna have their hands on them. You know, they're gonna pet them and rub them and comb them and saddle them and all that stuff. But I'm actually feeling all of their joints. I'm getting into the joint space and feeling the tension in the muscles that control the joints. And because I'm evaluating them so thoroughly, I can find issues that will eventually become problems for the rider before they become problems. And also, when you're dealing with a performance horse, typically part of their performance and the quality of their performance depends on time, right? So barrel racers are racing against the clock. Ropers are trying to rope quickly, beating the clock. Jumpers are also jumping and trying to beat the clock. I mean, everything is timed. So if you have a performance horse and they're compensating because they can't use their body correctly, or there's any type of pain or discomfort, they're not going to give you 100% effort, right? They're gonna try, but they won't physically be able to. So a lot of people will have horses that they feel like, oh, you know, my horse is good. They feel like their horse is doing fine, but they don't realize that they're, oh, good girl. They don't realize that they're getting a lack of performance because of an underlying issue that hasn't become a major issue under saddle yet. So you can adjust the horse and all of a sudden, you know, their times will decrease dramatically, even when there wasn't an observable problem to begin with. So even just to get your horse checked is a great idea if you have performance horses, because you're going to these events and spending all this money and you're getting them all this vet work and feeding them best food and all these supplements. You know, what's you know, whatever your chiropractor charges, you know, $100, $150, whatever it is, what is that compared to all the money that's going out? And you could really improve their performance by getting them adjusted. So anyway, that's why I do it. A lot of people get their trail horses adjusted and their pets, right? Their pet horses adjusted that they don't do anything with, just to keep them feeling good. And you can see she's got some pole sensitivity here. So I'm going to bring her head down towards her chest. There we go. Good girl. There you go. Easy, easy. Oh, There we go. Nice release there. So that's a good example right there. You know, as a horse owner, when are you going to tuck your horse's chin down towards their chest like that? And maybe through her normal range of motion, she was fine. But if I can open that up and give her even more range of motion, then the typical range of motion that they do during an event is no big deal, because now they can go even farther, right? So if I can get her to go 100% through her range of motion, but when you're competing, you only need 60% of her normal range of motion. Well, she can do that easily now if she can go all the way down and touch her chest and have that complete range of motion that's comfortable. And you can see the reaction, right? Her head's dropped, her eyes are nice and soft. You know, the reaction that you get from doing an adjustment and giving them that relief is evident. So even the people that are a little bit skeptical, either for themselves or for their animals, all they have to do is get it done once, and it'll change their mind, as long as they have it done by somebody who's qualified. There we go. That's a good girl. So anytime I get a big release like that, I always rotate them back around with these pressure points, just to give those muscles a good stretch and make sure that she's still as comfortable, if not more comfortable, to rotate around and touch. So you can see where I'm pushing right there. Good girl. There you go. And the spots can change, you know, for different horses. It's not always in the same spot. So if you try this one and you have trouble with it, just stick with it, move your hand around a little bit. Make sure you're on the tips of your fingernails when you're applying the pressure, not the pads of your fingers. Some horses will respond to the pads, like she probably will, because, see that? She will, because she's super sensitive there, but a lot of horses that are not sensitive at that pressure point, they will not move if you push with the pads of your fingers. They need an edge. So you can pick up a stick, you can use a rock, a quarter, your car keys, your tips of your fingernails, something like that. But there has to be a blunt edge for most horses to come around with that pressure point. So now that she's chilling out right here, I'm going to check her hind end and see how her SI joints are feeling. There we go. I'm going to hit these pressure points in extension. There we go. And then I'm going to flex her back up with these pressure points as well. See her back come up? Ooh, that's really nice. Good girl. Good girl. Got a nice release there. If people would just spend a couple of minutes before they run hitting these pressure points and getting their horses stretched out, they would be just amazed at the difference they feel in their horses. Oh, oh, there you go. Girl. Awesome. So I'm going to use the same pressure points back here to laterally flex her pelvis. So I'm going to bring her butt basically towards me, and then I'm going to make her laterally flex it away from me. Ooh. Girl. And the reason I do this is because when a horse is turning, especially if they're turning sharply, so you're thinking, a rope horse has to turn to the left, barrel racers have to turn both directions, and they all have to turn very sharply. Not only do they have to come around with their head to that side and their neck, but they also have to bring their butt around to the same side. So when she turns this way, she's actually making a C shape like this with her body, right, where her head's coming around and her butt's coming around, and that's how they make those really tight turns. And a lot of times if they're blowing off barrels or they're not able to turn as sharply, everyone thinks, oh, it's a pole issue or a neck issue, when in actuality, they're not able to laterally flex behind. And it can show up as a neck issue because if they're not able to turn behind and laterally flex their butt the same direction, they're going to be doing this really big, long sweeping turn with their neck, or they'll just throw their bodies around the barrel, and people think it's the neck because they can see this turning, and then all of a sudden they feel them whip their ass end around. But it's because they have an issue in their hind end, not an issue in the neck. All right, so that feels good behind. So let me get her legs done here. Oh, good girl. Woo. Really put her weight into that one. So just gonna get her legs nice and stretched out. She's holding a little bit of flexion in that knee, so I'm just gonna wait a second. I wanna feel her drop fully into extension in this leg. Ooh, there you go. So this is another really good stretch, you know, just putting her long pastern on my leg. So I have the back of her heel against the outside of my leg, and then I can kind of use that as a lever to pull her leg out front. So I'm not using my arms to pull. I'm just leaning out towards, basically right towards the phone with my body weight. And I'm really just using my body in a way that I'm asking her to extend. I'm not forcing her out to extend. So if she's not willing to go any farther, there she goes. Good girl. Then I can put a little, pressure, good girl, on the top of the knee here, which is actually a wrist, and just provide that little bit of extension for her, just like that. Good girl. Oh, nice release in that fetlock. So you have 9 bones that comprise the carpus in a horse, which a lot of time we refer to as the knee. So if you got 9 bones, you got 2 rows of 3 carpal bones, right? So in our wrist, we have 2 rows of 8 carpal bones right here, but they have 2 rows of 3, and then they have an accessory carpus behind, and then they also have the humerus, and they have the cannon bone, right? Or otherwise known as the metacarpal bone. So if we have 9 bones in that one joint, right? Can't even call it one joint. We can call it a motion unit because there's many joints there. But if we have 9 bones, imagine how many joints we have in that one area, and we have a bunch of different joint capsules, all filled with synovial fluid, all filled with mechanoreceptors that are constantly sending positional information to the brain. And every time we activate those mechanoreceptors and we send that information to the brain, it's like they get a little hit of dopamine. And this is the main reason why you see a horse relax after you get a big pop in a joint, or just by doing that stretching, because they get all this positional information to the brain, gives that little dopamine hit, and then they just take deep breaths and they drop their head and they stand here nice and quiet. And if you were on the live at the beginning, you could see how squirrely she was and trying to move around and move away, and now she's just sitting here totally chilled out. So, which is another reason why if you have a horse that's anxious, nervous, hard to get into the gate if you're a barrel racer, or hard to get into the alley if you're a barrel racer, or into the gate if you're a team roper or something like that, just stretch them out. You can stretch them out, give them a little bit of relief, give them that little hit of dopamine, take that edge off, and they'll still perform amazing. And I would argue they would perform better. But a lot of people are concerned, you know, if I stretch them out and they're mellowed out, are they still going to perform? Absolutely. They just won't be, you know, you don't have that nervous, anxious bit about them beforehand. Girl. So I'm going to check this other side. And you can see how much I'm flexing her carpus, right, her wrist. Like, she's not going to be using her knee like that during normal motion, flexing it that far during normal motion. So if it's restricted and I can clear that out and get her even more range of motion, then when she has to do her normal job, it's going to be a piece of cake. Because I've just allowed her to, or I've just given her, oh my gosh, even more range of motion. She's really putting her weight in that one. There we go. And her owner's just showing up. Oh. All right, well, I'm gonna end the live because the owner's here, and, well, actually, I'll just let it roll. We can just see how it goes. This interaction will be a little bit less, but she likes to, this horse is doing good, and she's liking her stretching, and we're almost done with her, so just do her hind end here, and then we'll be all set. 9:30. That's the second one. No, that's fine. She's been perfect. I know, those reminders are confusing. Girl. She's been good. She just had a little sensitivity at the pole on the right side. I got a YouTube live going right now, just so you know. But yeah, she had a little bit of sensitivity on the right, and Wanted to hold that leg a little bit flexed in the knee coming out front.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
And a big release in the fetlock on this side also, but right side she was nice and comfortable. Both directions with the shoulder pressure point she released on the initial one, so I went back and forth a couple times. And she had a nice release in the low back with the pelvic flexion too. So,
Sweet.
but no, nothing concerning. She was like, when I pulled her out, I was going to work on the back end first, like normal. But when I would get started, she just kept trying to walk, like come over here and walk all over. No, it's fine. So I just worked on her up here first, and now she's just chilling out. So I think that was just kind of bothering her a little bit. Katie said you bought a couple new horses here?
No, brought, but not bought.
Oh, brought.
I just have a shit ton of horses at home.
Oh, gotcha.
But they're all going off to trading.
Oh, really? Where at?
Down in, like, by John Vulcan area.
Oh, okay. Who are you sending them to?
Rachel Dice.
Oh, okay.
She's from my area, so. My maturity horse with her.
Oh, there we go.
Shuggy over there will be going.
Nice. Oh, don't start doing that now. Oh. Have you been running these guys at all?
She's been running really good.
Okay, cool.
Got back from Waco.
Oh, wow.
I can't complain.
Nice. Are you going to Havasu this weekend?
I'm not.
Now you're going to start being squirrely.
Busy.
Yeah. Mom's here. Oh, stop. What's that? Sure. Yeah, thanks. There we go. Yeah, I probably work on half of my clients' horses without anybody there, so it's normal.
I'm always like, they send me typos. Like, they're always turning this off.
Well, I think what's happening is she's putting you in there for both horses.
Yeah.
And then you get reminders for both.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, well, the last reminder I got was at this time.
Yeah.
And they think that the other ones were for the same horse, basically.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
And like, that makes more sense. Two horses.
Yeah. Yeah, and all she has to do is uncheck a box for the additional appointments, and then it'll only give you the one reminder for the first one.
Yeah.
But
No big.
is Fancy happier with her little stall buddy there?
Didn't. These two came down here, and that's my mom's horse, and I'm going off to training.
Oh, okay.
So I just didn't have enough stalls.
Gotcha. Oh. They took that skinny one out of here, huh?
Yeah, it went to like some rehab place.
Oh.
Rescue.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So one of Katie's clients like took him on and was like, well, I'll feed him for a while, and then found the rescue or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Much better than just robbing.
Oh my gosh, no
So
doubt.
bad.
I had a lady ready to take him if he was here.
I know there were so many people that were like, well,
There you
I'll
go.
take him. And like, I fed him for a while, but
Yeah.
just with like my extra stuff I had.
All right, second time. There we go. Super easy. Do you do those with her?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah, I figure because she's just, I can really just come over here and barely touch, and she's coming around.
I'll do them like before I run, before I get on. She usually gets some pretty good pops.
Yeah.
So her, I don't do them as much. She's been kind of just sitting for a while.
Oh, okay.
She was off, and so she had like a stone bruise after all in.
Oh, really?
And it just like didn't go away for a while. It was really annoying.
Oh man.
Now she's fine.
Oh,
But,
that's
like,
good.
I kept looking at it.
She got it at the all-in?
Yeah,
Or-
of course I unload her off the trailer and she's three-legged.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
it was the next day when I go to run her.
Yeah, That's good. Yeah, she had a really nice release coming down towards her chest.
Fancy?
No. Hey, Poppy. Sometimes my lives don't save. They should upload and save so you can watch them later. But for whatever reason, they fail most of the time. Now you just give me some attitude. Oh, stop. Good. What's that?
Give into it.
Yeah. Oh, she can't. It's quite the reaction.
I guess.
When's the next time you'll be running them?
I think next week.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna cruise them through Gunlogan or something like that.
Yeah.
And just feel them out, but she got looked at down in Waco. Dogland was there, so
Oh, okay.
we're all situated.
Awesome. Good. Teeth look nice. Have you gotten them done?
Not recently.
Really?
I kind of wondering if it's time.
Yeah, I don't think so. She still looks pretty good. I can't see all the way to the back, of course, but usually if the premolars are good and incisors are good, she's
in
fine.
General,
Yeah.
nothing crazy.
There you go. Girl.
All set.
All right, yeah. Girl. Yeah, I still have to do fancy.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I
okay,
just
so
did her
not
so
too
far.
late.
Yeah, no,
Oh, I thought you said you did fancy.
No, I just had, you said fancy and I was thinking,
Nope, that's puppy.
I had the name switched, yeah.
What do you keep doing? Oh my goodness. I would die if you rip one of those braids out.
That's hilarious. Who said that? There it is. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to work on Fancy. It's also a barrel horse. There we go. What is this? What's going on here?
They like attacked each other. I don't know. They like bite each other.
Oh, man.
Put a bandage on it.
Oh,
I don't know
looks so
what it
pathetic.
is, but
Oh, poor dude.
loving.
Oh, sweet girl. Anything going on with her?
No.
Okay.
Probably her pole, probably her hind end.
Okay. But no movement issues going on?
No, once I figured out her stone ridge or whatever, and then they just injected that cotton gun and she was fine.
Okay. girl. Let's see. Okay, let's move you over. Girl. What's that?
Kind of cold today.
Yeah. You're welcome to use my jacket if you want. So she's a little tender, right at the base of her wither on this side. Oh. Yeah, right there. Have you seen Katie's dog?
The puppy.
Yeah.
Everyone got puppies here, I feel like, in the week or two I was gone. Like, everyone down. There's two over down there.
Oh, there we go,
Katie
girl.
got one.
Were you in Texas for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Girl. Yes, ma'am.
Baby.
Oh, there we go. Nice. Girl. All right, let's see how she flexes her back. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Awesome. Girl. That's better. Let's see. All right, check this SI joint on this side. Just a little flexion pressure. Oh. Girl. Go. Still there. Yeah, much more comfortable on that side. I know. There we go. Gotta love shedding season. Man. I was up in Sedona at the end of last week.
Yeah.
And, you know, those horses have coats like they're in freaking
like it's
Wyoming or something, you know? It's just, you can't even talk because the hair is just like in your mouth.
She's usually in a 24/7.
Girl. I know, I feel it. So look, let me show you this right here.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of sensitive over here. So if you get like, you can see the paraspinal muscles right here. So if you just roll off to the side
Yeah.
and dig up underneath that cap right there,
Yeah.
you can get right into those paraspinal muscles. And I just, my one hand's not really strong enough to do it. So you got to overlap. And then I just get up under there and I kind of scoop up underneath the top of that spinous process and just hold pressure. And you can just kind of wiggle it around too, but like I'm not like doing this. It's just in there with that tension, and then I'm just gonna get in there and kind of pull towards me and try to get those extensors to relax a little bit. And I just hold I try to hold until they just drop their head and give me a little bit of a release there, but if it's too sore, they'll just keep that head up high like that, and then I'll go to something else.
Okay.
But especially on this right side, like right through here, right there, she's just really tight in through there. So you can do it from either side. You can just use overlapping thumbs if you want, but it's more comfortable. It's more comfortable for me just to sit here and just scoop up underneath them on the other side.
Okay.
And then that shoulder pressure point will be good to get those withers rotating too. Ooh, there we go. Nice release there. Look at that. That is crazy. Wow.
She keeps doing something and it like is nodding. And I'm like, how do you not brave?
Yeah, that's crazy. There you go, girl. All right, check that other side one more time. Come on. There you go, girl. There you go. Good. What is she taking supplement-wise?
What is she not?
Oh, all of that stuff?
Yeah, that's her grade. She's on MVP 6-way, and then she gets fed Triple Crown.
Okay.
But she's on the backbone. It's Triple Crown Light.
Oh, joint flex.
And then I started her on the joint flex because she had no synovial fluid or whatever in that coffin mode.
Oh, yeah.
Injected it.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
Cool. Is that also made by 100X Equine?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between that one and Osteomax?
Osteomax is bone.
Oh, bone only?
Yeah.
Because there's.
Or this, I think, is just joint like fluid.
Oh, weird. Okay, I'll have to check
But
the
I don't know
ingredients.
what the difference, like the whatever's in it.
So I was thinking the osteo.
Yeah. And
No.
then with Osteomax as well, especially for
Girl. Oh, so you have her on both?
yeah. They're out right now, but.
Oh.
And then just respiratory stuff.
Oh, okay. Give her that for a second. Hey, buddy.
You're very sweet. Her owner would die for her.
Oh, really?
It's the cutest thing.
Is it like an older person that owns her?
Like the cut's like this big, and it's like a rub mark. He's like, oh my god.
She's got it all wrapped up. Girl. Oh, it's okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, you're all right. Girl. Oh, you're okay. Hey, stop. Come on. Oh, sorry. I just pulled it out of your hand. Girl. we'll do it that way. Oh. Oh. Girl. Just gonna work on these muscles a little bit.
Yeah, her pull is messed up.
Yeah, super sensitive. Come on. So you see where I'm putting this pressure right here?
Yeah.
So I'm like right in here behind the ear, basically.
Yes.
So I'm just using my, like this part of my thumb and this part of my middle finger. And I'm just basically doing this. So I'm trying to push straight down towards the tip of her muzzle, but also applying a little bit of pressure, like I'm trying to bring my fingers together. And it's really just to their comfort. So I'll push until I get a reaction like that, and then I'll just lighten up a little bit and kind of hold it.
Okay.
And then if you just keep that pressure but bring your body down like this, most of the time they'll just follow you down here. So I'm not like trying to pull her down.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
for sure.
sitting here, but she won't. So I'm just gonna sit up there and
Yeah.
try to get those to loosen up a little bit.
From her ears to here is all scar tissue from tearing that.
The nuchal ligament?
Or whatever.
How did she?
Pulls back really bad.
Really?
So like you can see it on an X-ray where they're like, we should only see this like on a.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything to help there.
So she tore that, but you didn't have to do anything to repair it?
Like, so remember in summertime, like her, like head tweaking thing she was doing, and I was like, I should get this.
There we
like,
go.
X-ray looked at.
Yeah, there we
And
go.
so, like, there we go.
Girl.
When they X-rayed it, they're like, we're not supposed to see this like on an X-ray like this visible.
Yeah.
They're like, basically that's scar tissue or something.
Wow.
Or calcium.
So that happened before you
Way
even had her?
before I had her. She's always been.
Oh, stand up, girl. There you go. Thank you. Will we be doing the all-in again this year, you think?
Maybe. I always say I'm not gonna go, and then I always end up there. So. It's just a lot. Like 2 weeks is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot.
It's a long time to be in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. And like, there's just, I mean, there's nowhere to really get your horses out and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
unless you want to stay on property.
Yeah. Ooh.
Some like park arena that we've gone to, but everyone found it last year, so.
Oh yeah. Did you? What was it called?
I don't know. It's like right near the South Point, and it's kind of weird because like there's a playground and like it's like literally a park, and then it has like a public arena.
Oh wow. They don't have boarding there though. You just bring your horses
it's
in.
literally just open to the public.
Oh, okay.
And you have like a round pen and a decent sized arena.
Oh. What happened? Oh. That's your mom's horse, you said?
No, that one's mine.
Oh, okay.
He was UC Davis for the last 8 months.
Oh, for what?
He had some autoimmune thing, and then it showed up in pigeon fever.
Oh, wow.
She like pretty much like died.
Wow.
It was bad.
Is that just like a bacterial infection?
Yeah, and then she got olive. Like that was her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Splotchy.
What the
so,
hell?
Like if you look at her, like she's literally scarred from like all the way from here, all the way down. All of the skin fell off her legs.
Oh my gosh. What the heck?
She's my futurity horse, and like she'd be, like really great for 3 months, and then just kind of toilet and be like super weird and no one could
Wow.
figure it out. It kind of just all came to a head at once.
Oh.
It really sucked for her.
That is crazy. She was there for 3 months?
No, 8 months.
8 months.
8 months. Like she lived at UC Davis all last year.
Wow.
4 of it was in ICU, and then 4 of it was in their rehab facility.
Holy moly. I don't even want to know what those vet bills were like.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, good. Thank God. Wow.
And like the weirdest thing, they're like, no, she's okay. Like you can start riding her in a month. I'm like it was weird.
Wow. That's nuts. Girl. Come on. There you go. Girl. Did you have her looked at around here and they just couldn't figure out what it was, or?
No, so she was back home, and when I just like I had my horses that I was running, and I kind of was like something's just not right. So
Yeah.
we just turned her out after a while, and like same thing even with no work, like she'd be fine 3 months and then just look like garbage.
Damn. That is, man.
And so it has to do with basically she doesn't really have an immune system type of deal.
Oh.
But like they didn't really like figure it out either. They were just like we generally base it off of this and like.
Does she have to be on something like forever because of the immune issue?
No, they're like just because it would come up like when you vaccinated her like really bad.
Oh.
Or something like.
It was dropping her
The
immune system.
vaccines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And they're like obviously, and then at a certain point I was like we can't keep running tests on her.
Yeah. Just treat it.
And so they just threw really whatever they could at it.
Wow. Whew, she's solid back there.
Good.
There we go. Let's check your mouth. Oh. This is also a good one to do for her pole issues.
Okay.
Just get her to really work that,
Yeah.
work her jaw. There you go. Have I shown you this one?
Yeah, before.
Okay, cool.
I could do that.
Oh. go, girl. Oh. There you go. There you go. Good girl. All right, she's all set. Sweet.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, oh, battery's almost gone. Awesome. So fancy's good, just a pretty typical adjustment there. A little pull issue going on. I agree, Emma. I definitely need to show. There we go. Anessa Smith. I don't think so. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate it. They are definitely hypersensitive for sure. Awesome. All right. All right, all set?
And how much do I owe you?
It is 2 horses, $320. Yes. Oops. Whew. Good morning, Lucy. Thank you so much. All right, cool. Thank you guys for coming in and sticking with me on my live. If you don't mind hitting the like button for me, I would really appreciate it. Helps the algorithm and helps YouTube spread awareness a little bit more. And if you haven't followed me yet or subscribed, please consider doing so. And as always, if you have horses, please check out the link in my description. It's going to take you to my Equine Stretching Masterclass, where I teach you how to do 25 different stretches for your horses. There's over 90 minutes of content there. And as well, I'm going to be adding a stretching manual. So if you want to have a hard copy in your hands and have something to refer to while you're stretching your own horses, that's going to be coming out pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. And I got 4 more horses to do today, so I'm hoping to go live again if I can in a little bit. So keep your eye out for that. Thank you for all the likes, guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you on another live. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Here is exact.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Appreciate it. My pleasure. Put this thing back. Oh, jacket. All right. See you in a couple months.
Yeah, what was the next date?
We didn't set one yet. Do you want? Well, let's see. If you guys have any questions, happy to answer those for you. Shout out PI. How's it going? Right, have a good one. All right, Randy, what is it? What's shout out PI? Happy birthday, Daniela. Hope you have a wonderful day. All right, get this thing plugged in. Can do a little Q&A while I'm driving to my next appointment. I was gonna sign off there, but got a little bit of time. There we go. Hello, Rocket Man. What is shout out PL? What is that? Oh, shout out please. What's up, Randy? Thanks for coming on my live. Topic was Equine Chiropractic. Just got finished adjusting 2 horses. So happy to do a little Q&A while I'm driving to my next one. Good morning, Justine. Awesome. Thank you for the likes. Like button, please consider doing so. Really helps me out greatly. And if you haven't subscribed, love to have you. I'm going to be putting together a private subscription option. So if you have horses and you want to ask me any particular questions while I'm working to help you with your horses, or what I'm thinking about doing is just grabbing a horse on my day off and just going out there doing a live and teaching some stretches. And if you have any particular issues with your own horses, you can ask me those then, and I can walk you through how I would help those horses and give you some stretches and pressure points you can do to help with those things. If you have any questions, please go ahead and type them in there. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Hello, Eileen. Thank you for coming in. If you guys are just hopping in on the live, I just finished adjusting a couple of barrel racing horses, and I'm on my way to my next appointment. Awesome, Randy. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you, Rocket Man. Appreciate that very much. So those two horses back there, they were, good morning, Trenton. Those were typical barrel horses. They tend to be a little more on the sensitive side, especially if they're the high-end barrel horses. But usually that's what I expect from them. They're well behaved. They're just a little bit jumpy. No big deal. So awesome. All right, guys. Well, if there's no questions, I'm gonna get off the live here and head to my next appointments. Hoping to go live again here today, but we'll see if I can do that or not. Depends how it goes with those appointments. Zoe, hello. Thank you for watching. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Good morning to you as well. And I hope you all have a great day. Again, if you don't mind hitting that like button before I sign off, I would really appreciate it. And I always love to have new subscribers, so please consider doing that as well. But in either case, thank you guys very much, and I will see you on my next live.